Okay, so the last thing I was going over was how to do the spell check, and it's very much like any other spell check in word processors, like for example, Microsoft Office, Word, and PowerPoint, etc. Um, you just start, let's see, in this case, let me highlight all my text. So I just went over here. You can click and drag or press Control or Command A, and then start. And for example, names that are proper nouns, they're spelled correctly, but they're not in the dictionary, you can just skip them, like Winchell Harris. Just double check to make sure you did spell it correctly. Winchell Harris, looks like it's right. Then skip, and then Kanowamek. I think I did spell that wrong. Akonomowak. Okay, there's no A in there, so I can just take out the A over here and hit change. And there's supposed to be a comma, yes. And then skip to the next, and it says I'm done. So I did a pretty good job. Okay, but it's always good to just double check, like for example, times, like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. The computer's not going to know that that's not correct. So you should definitely double check on the copy that the client has given you. So in this case, on the worksheet here, I'm just making sure 3 p.m. is correct here. Whoops. Hold on. 3 p.m. is correct. And then 4:30 to 10 is also correct. And then there was another thing in here. They wanted us to put in the correct tabs and or dashes and hyphens. So the difference between a hyphen and a dash is that a hyphen, I think this is the hyphen, or maybe it's the other one. Hold on. Oh, wait, here. The hyphen is the smallest looking dash, basically. It let me just verify something in the book. Okay, so yes, in the book it says that hyphens are used in compound words. So for example, Winchell Harris is a compound word. It's like 2 last names put together. And then dashes are used. Oh, and it says they're also used in phone numbers. I don't think there's a phone number in this invitation. No, there's not. So you'd use it for phone numbers. And that's pretty much it. What happens is those hyphens disappear. For example, if like a phone number like 907-486 something 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 something, if it was 907 and then the line returned to the it ran out of space and then returned below it, then that hyphen would disappear like right after 907. So hyphens disappear unless you can actually pick an option to force certain words to stay together, and it talked about it in the book. It's a little bit advanced, but we could probably go over it in class if you guys are interested. So for example, if you didn't want 907 to get split up from 486, number, then you could force it, you could specify it to stay together and not get returned. I don't know, there's probably a proper way to say that, be forced to the next line. So anyway, that being said, so that's what hyphens are used for. Phone numbers and compound words, like names put together. And then dashes are used for time, and to create the dash, you basically hit the hyphen key and you press option, I think. Hold on. Okay, I just had to experiment because sometimes I just do it and I can't remember what I pressed. So to create the hyphen, you press the little hyphen key just by itself, but then if you want the dash, which is slightly longer, you press Alt or Option, depending on if you have a Mac or PC, and hold that down while you press the hyphen key, and then you get the longer dash. And then if you want the really long dash, then you hold Alt or Option plus Shift and then the hyphen, and then you get the extra long one. And the extra long dash, I'm going to show you in a second, they also incorporated in this invitation, is for RSVP regrets only. It's kind of used in sentences instead of what would have been double hyphens back in the day.